Hello, this is the third time I've tried to film this. Once someone came to my door and I don't know how to edit videos, so it's like a one shot take for me. This is why the rubbish and I'm always like blah, blah, blah. And the second time my memory ran out, so I've deleted loads of videos now, so hopefully that won't happen again. You might have previously seen a video on my channel where I do talk about ways to reduce or stop pulling, and I look exactly the same as in that video because that was about 10 minutes ago. And I mentioned in that video I was going to do this, and I thought, why not just do it now? I might not put it up, soonish, but it's just something that might help people who pull as a result of mental health issues like anxiety or depression, and even those who don't have trichotillomania. It might just help in general. So this is a bit of a short list of things that I actually do regularly because I wanted to be honest. I think sometimes I could list loads of things that I've heard of, but I actually wanted to list things that I've tried and work for me. A lot of it's come quite recently because I think I've always been very self-aware of my mental health, and I know I've tried a lot of things, and I think recently the tips and tricks of things to try have become a lot more proactive and easier to do and actually work better. So yeah, I hope you can understand me more in this video. I realised I was talking incredibly quickly, which is just the joys of being northern, so I'm going to try and slow my voice down. When I moved to Yorkshire, no one could understand a word I was saying, so from Manchester. So I've got a notebook here, and this is the first thing that I would say. Notebooks, I'm sure you've got some. I've got loads and I've not bought a single one myself because people love to give notebooks, or like I've gotten them as like from work, given at work. I always get like notebooks as presents and things, but if not, you can buy one. Keep one by your bed. If you want, you could keep a separate one in your living room or the other room in the house you spend a lot of your time. Some people sit in the kitchen and things. And this is just for following some of the things I'm about to say. So mine's just a hardback one, and it says, if at first you don't succeed, call mum, and my mum got me this because I ring her all the time, and I think that's probably a good thing to say now. If you have a supportive family member or friend you can talk to, utilise them. They want to help. People want to help you. I would love it if people utilise me more, and that's kind of the reason I've started this channel, because I want to reach out to people. So please feel free to contact me anytime about anything, and I will come back to you. I really want to help people, and then if any of my friends are watching, I'd love you've been so supportive of me on this journey, so if you need to talk about anything ever, just call me and I'll return the favour. So with the notebook, you could do something that I thought at first would be ridiculous when I first saw it, but I actually found it worked really well for me. So it's writing a stream of consciousness. So I find a lot of the time, I'm sorry, I'm really hot. It's so hot outside today and I'm knocking over my camera. So I find that in bed I'll pull, because I'll go to bed and never just fall asleep straight away. I'll always be on YouTube or reading for about an hour or more, but pulling can occur a lot then, and also a lot of my anxious thoughts come then as well. So writing a stream of consciousness is a good idea. Literally just write what comes into your head. Don't worry about your handwriting, any grammar or spelling. Write what comes into your head, and you do find you come to a natural stop after a while, and it's probably sooner than you think because this is so cathartic. You don't even have to reread it. It's just about getting it all out onto paper, and then you'll find that your thoughts are a bit more quiet, and you might be able to get to sleep a bit more easily, and it might stop you pulling as well. The next thing I've written is to, if you're feeling down especially, is to list everything that you're grateful for. So you don't have to list things that you should be grateful for, but you kind of take for granted, like running water, because that is absolutely amazing. But we do take it for granted. You've probably had running water your whole life. I don't know, but probably if you've got access to the internet and things like that. So list things that you genuinely feel grateful for. It could be as little as, I really enjoyed my lunch today. I absolutely love the weather. Anything, or it could be as big as, I have a really supportive family, I love this hair loss community that I'm part of and I'm grateful for them, which is a big one of mine. And then just like read over it and kind of like soak it in, and you'll realise there's a lot of things in your life that are brilliant, and it'll make you feel a bit better. And on top of that, you could write, so if you're having a lot of negative thoughts, write your negative thoughts out, and for every negative thought, write the opposite in a positive format. So I've had a bad day because, and then I've had a good day because, even if it doesn't feel right or real, it's kind of like tricking your brain, and I've actually found this does work. And sometimes when you're writing, I've had a good day, because you might write something that actually good that happened, and you think, well, the whole day hasn't been bad. I've got this, so it's a bit of a brain tricking exercise, that. Then there's practicing mindfulness. So in meditation, this can be quite intimidating, and I used to think, oh, I'm just crap at it, because my mind just wanders immediately. But my old therapist told me that that's kind of the whole point, and it means you're doing it right. If your mind wanders and you can pull your mind back to the exercise, that's really good, and it's training your brain to be able to do that in everyday life and normal circumstances. So the fact that your mind is wandering is not a bad thing. It means it's working, and it means you are getting stronger. I guess in a way, think of it like literally exercising your body, you're exercising your mind. And if you do try and practice every day, even if it's only for 5 minutes, and you could listen to like meditations on YouTube or mindfulness on YouTube. A good thing to listen to in terms of meditations is loving compassion, because it makes you feel loving compassion for yourself, and it'll make you place it in another person, and it does kind of fill you with a warm buzz. But you could do it as something as small as brushing your teeth. So just really concentrating on brushing your teeth. And I don't mean do it more vigorously, I mean like literally think about every little thing you're doing, and try and just think about brushing your teeth. Do not think about anything else. And even though that's only 2 to 2.5 minutes, it can make all the difference in your morning. Every time you take a sip, take the sip mindfully. Or if you eat, I mean, the longer the action is, it's going to be incredibly difficult, and your mind is going to wander, but it's the act of trying that will help. I've found that's helped with me. If you're feeling particularly anxious and it's like, well, that's what I get a bit like there, breathing exercises are really good. So you can just do these yourself. Just, count in, hold in for 4, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 4, whatever numbers suit you. Or there's breathing exercises on YouTube. I think the app Calm or some other apps have kind of gifs that you follow, where it's like a circle expanding and contracting, and you watch it and you do it along with the shape, and because you're visually doing it, it's even more engaging. So there are lots of options like that. Yeah, that would be another thing. Maybe download like Calm, the app, or there's loads of different apps like that, and just find one that suits you. And they have meditations and things as well you could try every day, and I think they might remind you, which will help. And then from that is any kind of relaxation video. So this is an incredibly vast range. It can be, some people like ASMR. If you don't know what ASMR is, Google it or YouTube it, it'll tell you. You don't even have to get those tingles they talk about to watch them. You could just watch them for relaxing. I like, when I can't sleep, I listen to rain. So there are like 10-hour long videos of rain hitting a window, rain hitting a tent. I don't like rain in real life, but I like it, like the sound of it. You could listen to the sound of rivers, birds, thunderstorms, white noise. I used to, when my baby nephew, he's 16 months now, but I used to have him when he was little, and I used to play him like white noise and things to try and help him sleep, and it does work. I actually think it works better on adults. I actually think it worked better on me than him. So there's those, like I say, meditation and mindfulness. I would just type in like a relaxation video. There might be relaxing music. I don't actually find music relaxing. I find it quite stimulating. So I don't listen to music for relaxation, but I know a lot of people do. There'll be loads. Just find something that works for you. It's almost limitless these days with the internet. So I think I think I've said, but like just contacting, reaching out to someone, even if it's someone that you don't know, you don't even have to, not that you don't know, that you don't speak to very much. So it doesn't have to be a big, deep and meaningful thing, but if there's a friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, just send them a text or a message on Facebook or something. Phone a friend that you've not spoken to in a while. Or to the more deeper end of that, maybe speak to a family member. My go-to thing, and I'm very lucky to have this, but my go-to thing is my mum. She's very supportive and always has been, so I phone her all the time, and she's really good for that. And my boyfriend is really supportive as well, which, like, I think Hair Loss Boss shared this, and people close to you, that is the bare minimum they should be, and she's exactly right. I never really thought about it this way, but she's completely right. Your family and friends should, at the bare minimum, should be supportive, and just bear that in mind. So and reach out to me as well. I'm here to help. I'd love to help if possible. So that's just a few little things, and I hope that even one of them might just help you out in the future. And leave any comments of suggestions that you might have, or you've tried that I've not mentioned that have worked for you. And I'll see you soon. Happy mental health.